Geekly's Games, and today we have ShineGreymon. That is right, this is the #1 deck that's going around so far because of this bad boy right here. Be able to put a sickness on the field, kind of like, I can't think of the magic card right now. Bioblade, yeah, there we go. Putting a sickness of -5,000 in the field, and if you're able to also swing with it the same turn, you put -10,000, which basically is a giant time walk, which is insane. I also had a ruling check. Something I knew, but some of the people that didn't know at my shop. If you have this kind of -5,000 or even worse, to -10 TP on the field, and your opponents try to do some on-play effects, whatever, that want to search cards from the top of their deck, search security, draw cards, whatever. This card actually stops that because they'll die first before even that on-play occurs. Now, what this doesn't stop, if they have like an on-play, they just play a Digimon out that has another Digimon that's living through the sickness that activates, like, oh, I played a Digimon, I'll gain a memory off this. That can't stop that. But if they try to, do like, Gaussmon deletion will work, right? For Blue Flare, it'll immediately get put out, die, and it'll play at a level 4 blue Digimon. That on play won't trigger, but they'll just get a save out of it. So they can do all that, but they won't do any kind of searching. But before we get to this, what's soon to be a really disgusting, Shine deck, if you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget to check out our pro site at www.geeklygames.com for our Digimon singles, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Without further ado, let's get with these Coromons right here. Running this Coromon because we love to draw. We do get a lot of card draw with our new Geo Greys and new Agumons here, but still, the more draw the better. Having a thick hand versus your opponent that's got like a stimpy hand, if you have all the answers and they don't, you'll win the game. You also can use the new Coromon, the yellow one, if you really want that extra 1000 DP negative boost. You can definitely do that. We have our yellows here, but unfortunately, since we have 5 actual red Agumons right here, you would have to force one of these to Digivolve it on the yellow egg and then go up with this one, of course. So going with our Agumons right here, we have a really neat EX-04 Agumon here, just to start of our main phase. If we have a Tamer out in the field, gain a memory. Inheritable, when one of our red or yellow Tamers becomes suspended, draw a card. Very nice. Same thing really effect with the Geo Grey one, has the exact same effect with its main phase and at the bottom. We're still running the BT12 Agu right here, basically real top 4 cards to your deck. You're going to add a Digimon and Greymon, which is basically everything except for our Agunis here, and one Tamer with Marcus, and then put the rest at the bottom. Inheritable, when one of your yellow or red Tamers becomes suspended, when your opponent's Digimon gets -2000. Still going to hold on to this until it be at BT13, of course, too, because good searcher. This Agumon's also going to carry over. This Agumon will definitely carry over, of course, because it's just, we can Digivolve on top of any of our Agumons on play or when Digivolving. Build top 3 cards to your deck. Definitely not going to pull Omnimons, we're not playing Omnimon here, but we can find a Greymon, any of our level 4s and 5s and 6s, put the rest on the bottom. We need search, right? Search is key, draw power is key, and we can do both. That deck is really good. Another card we can do, but we can't we can get tie too. We do have ties, so we do have like this effect here. So look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You can add 1 Greymon, Omnimon, and 1 tie. Again, we're not going to get the Omnimon. This also sucks here too because if we need Marcuses, which will run 6 of them, we're not going to have them. When BT13 comes around, obviously we're not going to be playing this because we'll have a whole nother Marcus to play with, and it's just better than this current Marcus we have right here. But we also need to have some other yellow Digimon, yellow Tamers here too, just to fill the gaps, and then something for our other Rise Greys to do. I'm not going to talk about this Geo Grey. It's basically the replica of Agumon, just a level 4. This Geo Greymon is still pretty good because it Digivolves too with Agumon and with Dinosaur and trait. Also, this guy does the exact same too. So we also have our Agumons all listed as Dinosaur in them. This Dinosaur is actually Reptile. So keep in mind with this one here, this is Reptile. So when we go into our level 3s, level 4, it will be Digivolving for 3. So just keep that in mind with that guy. If we don't have a Marcus in play, just play one out. I've had a lot of times today, it was awkward when I was on the play, and I had a Marcus and this in my level 3, and I had the perfect lineup, level 3, 4, 5, and 6, and drew and had a Tamer. If you want to wait a turn to push this out to get a free tamer out, go ahead, or you can just Digivolve this in the back and just play this out. Some I just added in actually today, and I didn't have with me today to play in testing, is a Goonimon. This was 2 copies of the structured deck Geogray, the one that comes out of security and you can pop some 4K or less. But there were times where I needed one last push, and we're running 4, 5, 6, 8 Tamers that are red that I just needed one last check and I couldn't do, and I just wish I had this. So we're going ahead and adding this card in, so we can actually just finish the game. Sometimes we can do it, not do it. We just need one more swing, or we lose next turn. And I wish I just had this. So if you don't like the hybrid, whatever, you can definitely run the old Geogray here. Obviously, once BT13 comes around, it's going to be all Geogray, so this won't be in it because we'll be able to get there. Up next, we got our BT12 Rise Grays right here. These are going to be sticking around also for BT13 because this card is broken. Not to say broken, but it's really, really good. When Digivolving, as long as we have a Tamer on the field, it's Digivolving for 2 because we'll just go ahead and gain a memory. Otherwise, it's for 4, but it's never going to be for 4. Well, it could be for 4 if we're Digivolving on top of our hybrid, but hybrid for game, don't ever go into your hybrid and then go for this for 4. It feels very bad. All turns effect, when one of our Tamers is deleted, it doesn't matter actually which one of these 10 Tamers gets deleted, even if it's our mother Marcus. We could take one Marcus from trash and put it on top of our security. So we can, if this Marcus does swing in and dies, whatever, you can just recover it back. If somehow they blow up our Codys and our TKs, not TKs, our ties, of course, here, and we do have a Marcus Damon, either this one or this one in security, preferably this one, of course, we can go ahead and just recover on top. This Rise Greymon right here, I didn't think would put in work, but it put in a lot of work today. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon and all of their security Digimon can get 4,000 to the turn. Very big, especially if you stack this up and you have an inheritable does the exact same thing. Except it just requires you to have a Tamer suspended. You can go ahead and give another 4,000 to their security, another 4,000 to one of their Digimon. Very nice removal. And at this first I didn't actually play this, but I tucked this in last minute, and this card put in some major work. A card that, since now I added a little bit more yellow, I feel that this Rise Greymon can actually be good for its inheritable. Because when Digivolving, you may play one yellow Tamer card from your hand without paying its memory cost. We do have 2 solid red Marcuses here. I'm tongue-tied right now. We do have 2 Marcuses that are full red. So unfortunately, if we have these in hand, it can't really play that out. But with 4, 5, 8 Tamers that are both yellow as well as red, this card, I think, has a home for right now until BT13 comes around. We get better Rise Grays. But that's basically, since I put in more yellows, I am playing with this. Otherwise, my ratios were I had 4 of this, 2 of this, and just 3 of this. But since I just added this in, I just lowered these 2 numbers to fit this guy in. Then we have Rise Greymon X Antibody. Now we do have 9 level 5s, right? But this is our sub-boss because, right here, when Digivolving, you Digivolve 1 for Rise Gray, or otherwise 4 on top of level 4. You may play one of your Tamers for free. Doesn't matter if it's full red or red yellow. Then if you have Rise Greymon and its inheritables, you get to have one of your opponent's Digimon get negative 2,000 for every Tamer you have on the field. And then for your turn, for each Tamer you have, gain plus 1,000. This is why it's our sub-boss. If we have all 10 of our Tamers right here, this guy's 18k to boot, which is huge. And that's why we are running only 5 level 6s, so this kind of adds on to the number. Up next, we got our ShineGreymons here. We're not running any other ShineGreymon. I'm lying. We have this ShineGreymon here. But other than that ShineGreymon, we're not running any of the older ShineGreymons, like the structured decks or BT1, 2, or 3, of course. Digivolve 3 from Rise Greymon and name. When Digivolving, for each yellow Tamer or red Tamer you have in the field, one of your opponent's Digimon and the rest of your opponent's security gain negative 3,000, which is big. So if you have 3 Tamers on the field, they get negative 9,000 security. Basically, you have jamming at that point because there's nothing no Digimon that's stopping you. Then, on your turn, all of your Marcus Damon in play gain plus 3,000 and security plus 1. When we get the new Marcus, the BT13 one, that literally can just come down the field and be a 12k beats deck with burst mode, 2 checks at 12. But 15k if you have this on the side as well. God damn. Very big, very chunky. We are running one of the OG ShineGreymon here, because we can just have like 4 of these guys sitting chilling out here not doing anything. Knowing if we're going to go into this, you can Digivolve, suspend all of your yellow Tamers in that big effects below. For every for one of your opponent's Digimon, get negative 4,000 for every Tamer you suspended this turn. So you can, if you're going into this and you need to blow up the board, you don't have to push out your Marcus Daemons, whatever. You go right into this for 4 memory and just tap all your Tamers that are yellow and blow up the field. And on your turn, this gains plus 1,000 for each of your Tamers in play. So come your turn, if they don't have anything down, your turn, this guy is big. Big'em. And speaking of, the biggest we got here is Ruin Mode. I talked about this a little bit early in the beginning of the video, but if you skipped on to here we are talking about it. When Digivolving and on deletion, to the end of your opponent's turn, they get a sickness effect of negative 5,000 that lingers on their field. So at the beginning of the video I talked about it, but if you're skipping here, looking at this right now, here we are talking about it again. If they do any kind of on plays, they cannot trigger unless they are living. So if they are a 6K and we have the 5K, we pass turn, they play on play ability, they're negative 1,000, is treated as normal. But if they're doing like Searcher or Gaussmon, like the new Gaussmon, whatever, you're not going to gain any of that. Well, they actually gain Gaussmon because since they played it, they'll be able to draw a card, of course. However, if they do an on-play effect that they're trying to do a search, a draw, or whatever kind of shenanigans they're going to do, the sickness is going to kill them first before the on-play even recognizes that Digimon's on the field, but it's no longer on the field. However, if they do an on-play effect and have another stack which is living through the sickness, they can go ahead and activate that effect that they had. You play the Digimon this turn, gain a memory, or do what the hell ever. End of attack, mandatory. Delete this Digimon and one of your opponent's Digimon. Recover one. Then you may hatch. If you have a Tamer in play, you may hatch one card in the Digi-Egg and just, automatically boot it up from there. Now to our Tamers, the infamous Marcus Daemon. If you have your ult arts right now, just keep one, because once BT13 comes around, this card will get limited. It's coming. People are like, nah, it's not gonna do nothing. This card is broken. Let me tell you that right now. Starting your main phase, if you have a Digimon with just Agumon or Greymon its name on the field, by paying 1 memory, it becomes a Digimon. Like, wow, 1 memory to just make this a Digimon and, just swing willy-nilly. And, yeah. And you can recover if you have the Rise Greymon and Heritables right here. We're also going to get the new Rise Greymon for BT13, which is literally a copy of this card, except this effect isn't here. It's basically this and this. Then, while this is suspended, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a yellow card with Greymon its name for free. Holy shit. Like, you can go all the way up from level 4 to level 5, 6, and 7 if you have 3 of these on the field. Like, holy crap. Like, you don't lose. If you have 3 of these swing at the same time at 0 memory, as long as you're not swinging into like an Ice Wall, whatever, or X Antibody option or anything that gains memory that is revealed off security, you can't lose the game. You go right to a level 4, level 5, gain a memory off here, then you'll go into this one. All your other Marcus Daemon is going to plus 2 security. And then if you have a little bit more memory to go in, you just go into this guy for free. You put negative 5,000 on the field. So, that removes blockers, whatever. Then you can swing with this guy, let it die, and they can't play nothing. And then you just win next turn, right? It's insane. Then we're going to run the old Marcus right here for right now. It's just our memory setter for 2. Go into 3, sorry. Then whatever Digimon, Greymon, its name attacks, other than Dora Gray, Burning Gray, and Dex Dora Gray, because those names in Japan don't actually exist, you may suspend this Tamer to gain a memory. Easy said and done, that's all it really does. Once we get our new Marcuses, this Marcus won't exist. Then we got Tai and Kari right here. Start of your turn, if you have 3 or less security, you gain a memory. If your opponent has the same thing, then you also gain a memory. When one of your red or yellow Digimon attacks, just also considers the Tamer. You can suspend this to put negative 2,000 to their security, which is very huge of what we're trying to do here. Then lastly for Cody, start of our turn, if you have a yellow Digimon in play, just go ahead and gain a memory. So we can push out with our Agumon or level 4s, whatever, on Marcus, we're going to gain a memory for that. When one of our 2-color Digimon attacks, we can suspend this and gain one of our opponent's Digimon negative 2,000, which is really nice too, because in most of our inheritables we're doing exactly that. And then we're running the 1 broken card. We can only run this as a 1 of, is a Sunrise Buster. We may play one yellow or red Tamer from our hand without its memory cost, and then for one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 3,000 for every Tamer we have in the field. Very good, nice nuke. Kind of wishes at a 4, but unfortunately it's at a 1. But yeah, what do you guys think of the ShineGreymon format here? If you're excited as just as much as me for BT13, let me know in the comments below. If you're this card is definitely going to get hit, so do keep these Marcuses. Don't sell them, just keep them, because once they hit this to 1, we're going to have to play these guys out again. And also with the new burst mode, whatever, we can throw out any Marcus and they can attack. So we can even throw out this Marcus, swing with it, whatever, and we can gain a memory. Well, not with this, of course, because it won't count as a Greymon or anything. But yeah, we can swing with any Marcus on the field. But that'd be it. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.